Let's get into, so we were already talking about adult performances and things of that nature, performancers. Let's get into this story. So the other day, yeah, we talked about um we had lost Tim Kruger, and I did mention in passing that Roman Mercury had passed away, and they were around the same age. Tim Kruger was 44, um, Roman Mercury was 45, and so I saw that the story was floating around on one of the other adult sites. So I was like, let me just bring it up here so that we could pay proper homage to him. So gay porn star Roman Mercury passed away according to a social media post by fellow performer Greg Dixon. The post came late on February 27th with few details on the circumstances. Now, Dixon said the post was approved by Mercury's close family in California and that his ashes will be spread in the nearby ocean. Sidebar, you know what? I've been thinking a lot about death lately. And I know, I'm in that same age bracket as like Roman Mercury and, you know, Tim Kruger. But I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I was thinking because like I told you, my parents, my sister, a lot of my family members, they're getting buried out in Pine Lawn, out in Long Island. Me personally, just cremate my ass and throw me in the ocean. I said, throw me around some like a gay club or something. Just sprinkle me around the club or whatever the case. Or you could just sprinkle me out in the pier. Since I used to hang out at the piers in New York City, in Manhattan, in the Village, when I, coming up. So just spread my ashes around there so I could be a part of the history and stuff. So I was thinking more about that. Of like, how would I like to go in the world? Just cremate me and spread my ashes in the damn off the pier. So anyway, I do have the actual post of what they said. So now it says, in loving memory of Roman Mercury, with profound sadness, we share the heartbreaking news of the passing of Roman Mercury. Roman left us unexpectedly, leaving behind a legacy of passion, talent, and kindness that touched the lives of so many around the world. To his fans, friends, and loved ones, we know how deeply he was admired. As a creator and actor, his energy and spirit will forever live on. Though his time with us was far too short, his impact will never fade. His family will spread his ashes in the ocean near his favorite place to live in Southern California. Roman, you will always be missed, but never forgotten. This news was approved by a close family in California. The photo is a never been released picture by Mark Henderson. Well, I don't have the picture, but I had this photo. I don't know if that's the same photo because I didn't get to see, like, I don't have all the time in my head with like what the photo was. But nevertheless, I'm glad that they actually spoke about this. So, well, actually, I think I do have a photo. So yeah, we'll put this up there. 'Cause look at all that fineness right there. So now, born in Brazil, and shout out to the Brazilian. But let me tell you, okay, let me not be whorish. We was doing that during the last segment. We gonna behave ourselves doing this story. So now, born in Brazil, Mercury was 45 and based in Las Vegas. He made a studio debut in 2022 in a scene with Bo Butler and Raven Stallion's Heavy Load Movers. Well, we love a heavy load over here. Now, the creator had a presence on his fan site platforms, then started doing more studio work last year. He performed at the Bro Network and Pantheon. He also made a return to Raging Stallion, which, sidebar, I don't know if y'all know about this, but Raging Stallion has always been like one of my favorite studios. I've always liked that whole aesthetic of Enz's. It was like the real muscularness and the gruff hairy chest and all that other stuff. Like I've always kind of liked that aesthetic. Especially like, me coming up with a generation, like my type of adult performers, like that era of like Steve Cruz and that whole type of vibe, like that's what I grew up watching. Now, they said that he had two scenes in the recent film Hardwood Lodge and two scenes in the Rating Stallion / Minute Play collab Executive Order. He earned two Gavian Award nominations at this year's show, both for group scenes. Now, speaking of which, Steve Cruz, who directed Mercury at Raging, along with fellow performers, expressed their condolences on social media, saying, another good guy gone, gutted. Rest in peace, my friend. You are missed. And so, yeah, he has that. And I love the fact that Steve Cruz graduated from doing, being in front of the camera to actually being behind the camera. That was one of the things I always loved. And I always felt like there should have been more performers that did that. That was like, you know what? I'm gonna retire, actually slinging my meat and things of that nature on, in on camera, and I'm gonna just go behind the scenes and actually keep the studio going and perfect my art of directing. So then also we have some from Sir Peter. We have a comment from Ryan Landers, Jordy Massive. Doesn't Ryan Landers do chatterbait videos and stuff too? Jordy Massive, Tony Silver, Daddy Ken Rock, they were all out here sending their condolences and things of that nature. So shout out to them. Where Jordy Matt said, "Rest in peace, my condolences." Ryan Lander said, "This is so incredibly sad. I just met him for the first time in Las Vegas last month." Tony Silver sent on a heart emoji, and Daddy Ken Rock said, "Beautiful words for a beautiful soul." Heart emoji. Now the community, as we said earlier, it's like in the matter of days, we lost Tim Kruger, who was a gay porn legend, and he passed away last week or this past week, and now we have this story. Excuse me. From Roman Mercury. So condolence to him. Shout out to his family and friends and those who knew him and stuff. We don't know exactly what he passed away from, but I'm sure who knows when they're ready to let us know what the tea is, we will know the tea when they're ready to spill the tea. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? When you first heard about Roman Mercury, what were your favorite movies about him? I mean, were you a fan? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.